Hello everybody, how are y'all doing today? Wow, it feels like it's been forever since I've actually sat down and recorded a video. Probably because it has been, but that's okay. So, I've really been wanting to continue my Let's Get Started with Linux series, right? Because I like Linux, it's fun. I want people to understand why I like Linux, and I want people to also enjoy Linux. I actually recorded my Manjaro install like I said I would in the last video. That video is completed. I might still upload it at some point. I might upload it before we do this one. Who knows? But as a continuation of that, I thought it would actually be pretty cool to kind of go through the different distros and let's just kind of install them and see how things go. So I think for this video, what we're gonna do is I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this down into multiple videos. So we'll do one video per distro, and we'll just kind of pick the distros that, like, hey, I don't know Linux. Where do I start? Okay, internet tells me to start with X distro or Y distro. Cool, let's do that. So I think for this one, we're gonna start with Pop! OS because that is widely regarded, or widely recommended rather, for people who are complete novices to Linux for some reason. And yeah, so I figured this will be a lot of people's first experience with Linux. I've personally never used it. I have some internal biases against Pop! OS personally. But again, I've never used it, so they could just be entirely unfounded. So yeah, why don't we just go ahead and switch over here, and we'll just get started. Oh, why is this here? That's not good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and close that out. Sorry for the bit. So the big thing that I really wanted to do is I wanted to do this on actual hardware. You know, unfortunately, my capture situation for real hardware is like kind of not existent right now. It's a very long and complicated story. So for this first one, we're just gonna try it in UTM, which is an emulator for Mac. I say emulator because I am on an M1, which is ARM, so we have to actually emulate it. It's not gonna be ideal in terms of performance, but this thing's fast enough, and it's not like we're not gonna be playing games. We'll just put that out there right now, because the point isn't, oh my god, I'm going to jump in with my high-end rig and just blah, blah. I'm trying to just get the normal user experience. So I want to install drivers, I want to install software, I want to play with things, see what I come across, customize things, and just kind of see how the overall user experience is. We might dive into gaming, but that'll be like a separate video that's dedicated to just gaming on Pop! OS. We might do content creation, but again, that would be a content creation on Pop! OS, and so on and so forth. So I think the first thing that we need to do actually is, instead of looking at that, we should probably load up Firefox here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using the incorrect name. The official name, which I'm going to be using to refer to it from here on out, is popbang_os, which is completely pedantic and I'm sure is going to piss off a lot of people. And I'm probably not going to do it beyond that one joke, and maybe one more time beyond this when I actually remember. But we're going to be focusing on the Pop! OS side of things, so we're just going to go ahead and hit download here. And this is the first thing that like pisses me off, because I was doing some research for this video to see if, well, I can just download an ARM image and I can just run it. I don't have to emulate it and it'll just be better. No, the only ARM image they provide is for the Raspberry Pi 4, because fuck you, apparently. Yeah, I probably could get it to work in UTM if I like tried, but like that would not be reminiscent of, hi, I'm a Linux idiot and I don't know what I'm doing. Let's run Pop! OS. So that's out the window. Another thing that annoys me, why is there a different ISO that just has NVIDIA drivers slipstreamed in? Is it that difficult to, like, in your install script to just ask the user, do you want to install NVIDIA drivers? Or even better, just LSPCI and grep for NVIDIA and just go, oh, you've got NVIDIA, let's install NVIDIA drivers, and then just like SCP them. Like, I don't understand. Like, this doesn't seem like it would be complicated enough to have 3 different distros, but what do I know? Raspberry Pi 4, I understand. Different architecture, different computer, probably extremely buggy, it's whatever. I get it. This pisses me off. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and download this, and this is going to take a whole 5 minutes to download, so that's okay. All right, so we got it all downloaded. It's all set up. So we're going to hit continue. And let's see what the install process is like. I can't wait for this to just perform like horribly, and this was just an awful idea, and I have to scrap this and just do this as a virtual machine on my actual computer. Oh, did it freeze? 1 second. Yeah, it froze. Ooh, okay. That's cool. All right, well, we are finally back. I finally got everything all up and running. And yeah, so basically we're just gonna hit begin installation here, and we are going to squint at this tiny little video. Yeah, I've never used the emulator mode. Like, I knew it was gonna be slow because it's x86 emulation. x86 64 emulation. There's no way it's gonna be fast. So, oh, okay, cool. That's always a great sign when your fucking installer doesn't work properly. Okay. All right. So that automatically popped up. We're gonna do United States. Type to test your layout. Okay, that's kind of nice. Yeah, okay, there we go. We get it. I can't type, but we get it. We're just gonna clean install because I don't care. 64 gig drive. I don't want to set drive encryption. I'm going to fucking yeet this the minute we're done with this video. It's kind of cool that they actually enable you to use drive encryption. It's all kind of built into the interface there. I feel like that installer could have been a little bit more verbose. Wish there was an option to connect to the internet and download like the latest version, download whatever updates you need to. It's not the end of the world. I wish there was a little bit more verbosity. Okay, well, I didn't even get to see what the terminal was. Hang on, I want to see what the terminal output is. It's... Okay, so it installs a base image and then just shoots in. Okay. Alright, so let's restart device. I'm probably going to have to skip the ISO here. Is it going to be smart enough to realize that's what I want to do? Probably not. We've just got a gray screen. That's a great sign. Okay. Wow, it actually did know that that's what I wanted. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. So we've got GNOME as the desktop environment. It looks like a custom shell. No docs. Okay, that's a little cleaner. So I guess you can decide what style you like. Yeah, let's do that. System updates are available to install. Oh boy, we're already starting early. Okay, configure the top bar. Show workspace. Oh, so this up here. Date and time. Let's do that to the right. Why does that also change the and notifications? You know what? It would help if I could read. Unfortunately, I am illiterate, so that makes, using computers a little bit difficult. But open and switch, press super key, or using... So I don't like that because I've seen super mentioned like in a few places. Where else did I see super? It was like, maybe it was, yeah, here it is, like launcher super. It doesn't tell, like, I feel like if you're trying to go like super friendly, press super key, parentheses in like little things, and then just be like, it's this button, press this button on this keyboard. Or if you got a Mac, it's this button, you know what I mean? 'Cause people aren't gonna know what the super key is. Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I don't care. Definitely not doing that. Start using Pop OS. Okay. So the first thing I need to fix is the display. So that's really annoying. It did not properly set my resolution, but that could be emulator related. I have a complaint right away, but again, this could be because of the fact that I'm using QEMU and it's using the weird driver. It's showing resolutions that I absolutely cannot display. Some that I can, like I can display all of these, no issue, but I definitely am not going to be able to display. I might be able to get away with 4096 by 2160 on this monitor. I know my TV can display that, but a 5120 by 2060, there's no way that I'm going to be able to display that. Whatever, I don't really care. We're going to set that 200% because old man mode, high DPI. Maybe I only need to have that at 100% because it's got high DPI mode on. Let's... Yeah, that's some high DPI you got going on there. Thank you. Yeah, this is a pretty stock standard GNOME installation so far, to be honest. Nothing too fancy here. So if you've ever used Ubuntu, or whenever we do the Ubuntu install, a lot of this is going to basically be the same thing. Just the major difference is, I guess, going to be this shell right here. So let's see. Let's check out the Pop Store. Let's see what fun stuff we can do here. As I am now John Linux, and I need to explore what I can do in Linux. So we got Firefox. We've got a basic text editor. Yeah, that's basically it. An ebook client that I keep wanting to call Gary every time I look at it, which is definitely not what it's called. And there's just, oh, recently updated. Okay, I was about to say, and there's just like games right on the front. A save editor for Final Fantasy VII. Sure, okay. Well, I guess the first thing that I would do if I was doing this. So let's stimulate. So we're gonna do Steam. Sure, we'll do Slack. We're going to go to Fun and Games. And we're going to look for RetroArch because I can load my ROMs. 2006. What the fuck? No way. Bro, there's a RuneScape client? This is cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, sick. Oh, this looks awful. Bot. Oh, yeah. There's a RuneScape 2006 emulation server. Oh, this isn't like a unofficial client. This is like an entirely different... This is like Private Worlds, like WoW Private Worlds. Okay, well, there's one for 2009scape. I'm gonna have to let Jesse know about those. He might get a kick of that. I might get him to install Pop! OS just so he can play 2006scape, and I did not click on that. Thank you, thank you, Pop! OS. Okay, let's just do some weird stuff. Could install AM2R, get myself nice and copyright struck by Nintendo. That'll be fun. Seeing if anything looks fun. Balls. Yeah, sure. I love me some balls. I love balls. Let's stop my BSNES. Okay, there you go. That'll prove my point. Let's install Doom too. Sure, why not? So now we're going to go to development. So let's see what we can do on the development side. I'm really looking for VS Studio Code. That's going to be a popular one. Android Studio's in here, so that's cool. Arduino IDE is in here, so that's cool. Elementary test application. Okay, thank you, Elementary OS. I'm glad that you're putting your weird test applications in the Pop Store. I can't wait to find out that they're actually the same store, and that's why. Epic Asset Manager. Oh, what's this? An official client to install Unreal Engine, download and manage purchase. Yo, there's some cool shit in here. Okay. I actually kind of want this. Hang on, can I get this? This is actually going to make me open the freaking, what is it, the Ubuntu Lab Store? Is that what they call it? Ubuntu software. Here we go. Hang on, I want to see if this is like also in the Ubuntu store. So what is this? The Epic app? Well, RetroArch's right there. Thank you. Yo, because if I can, oh, I'm gonna have to like this. Oh man, because like in order to do work on Unreal Engine on Linux, it is an absolute nightmare. It is literally easier to do game development in Unreal on my MacBook that runs on ARM than it is on Linux. It's disgusting. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. There's some cool stuff on here. There's a PCB editor. Yeah, let's install that. Ghidra? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go. Visual Studio Code. There it is, right there. And Docker Containment Management. That's actually pretty cool. There's some powerful stuff here. Okay. Basically got everything in development that I would, quote-unquote, want to install. So let's try... not media production. I'm looking for entertainment. So it doesn't look like there's like an overall entertainment category. There's media production and then there's audio. Not like a media category, so I guess we'll just start with audio. See if I can install Spotify. I'm sure that I can. Adobe Flash Player. Oh yeah, there we go. Audacity's there. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. There's no VLC. That's interesting. Let's try Office. Let's see if we can grab the Office suite and just whatever else is on there. Got me. Yeah, latex is in here. Okay. We got some latex. We got some HTML. Yeah, okay. Pretty only Office. Yeah, fuck, this is pretty cool. I could make a video out of just exploring this Pop! OS App Store. This is pretty cool. What's under graphics? Dino Nuggies. Why is a pixel art 2D platformer game under graphics? Oh, hang on. So is this all like by election basis? Like you can just put your stuff in whatever category you want? Oh, that actually explains a lot for things. That's annoying. Why can I not install this? Oh, because it's already installed. Duh. Why is there no uninstall button then? That's weird. Oh, probably because it's a built-in app. They don't let me. It's stupid. I hate it. Open source software is fun, dude. You just find so much weird shit. It's fantastic. I love Linux. Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. I do have one complaint. There's no Spotify. I also didn't... Well, I guess I didn't really... Oh, there is Spotify. So what category was it in? So there's more stuff? What category would that... Would it have been under fun and games? Did I just not explore this thoroughly enough? Is that the problem? Use Andronum, Yuzu's on here. Xemu. So like all the big stuff that you'd expect. X Galaga++. That sounds fun. VMS Empire. War Game of the Century. Up. Sold. Let's go. Play Minecraft and create your own. I don't know about that. I'm sensing some copyright infringement. Wait, no, this is a client. Oh, it's a launcher. It features pre-made modded versions, Forge, Optifine, and Fabric, as well as optional per game profile. Per version game profile folder. Whatever, it's a fucking Minecraft launcher, who cares? Where is my RetroArch? There it is. RenP is on here. Quake source ports. Okay, yeah, that's I've got enough of that. What's under media production, I wonder? Can I just download DaVinci Resolve? That'd be sick. I cannot download DaVinci Resolve. I'm very upset. I can download Drum KV1 though, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, there's VLC. Okay, why is that under media production? So right away, the one complaint that I have is that this all seems to be elected by whoever's uploading the package, which means that you get some stuff in weird categories. So obviously the search is there. So if you know specifically what you're looking for, you'll find it. But if you're just like, I don't know what I'm looking for, I'm gonna go to the App Store like I do on my mobile telephone and see what they got. You're gonna be like in a weird fucking place because like shit doesn't make any sense sometimes. It says 3 things installed, but these are 3 updates, not 3 things that are installed. That's confusing. I'm gonna do this instead of updating via the CLI because I am trying to be idiot user, right? Or newbie user rather. I need to not insult people. You're not an idiot if you're using Pop! OS. It's just when I say idiot, I mean you straight up don't know what you're doing. I actually might need to dive into the CLI here in a second because I'll need to mount my NFS chair. Let me see if I can do that via the interface here. So we're gonna go to network. I actually have no idea where to go in the interface in order to mount a drive. Well, I would probably need to go to disks, right? But like the average user wouldn't know that because there's a disk utility, but the average person would definitely not know that. So I would have to search and say disk storage. Nothing. So there's no hints there. So that's a little upsetting. I know mounting a network share is like kind of advanced. But like if you're used to Windows and like you do SMB shares on Windows and like file sharing, it's you just go to the thing and then there's a network tab and then you just hit add drive. And there just isn't anything like that on Pop! OS. To be fair, there's not anything like that on other Linux distributions either, as far as I'm aware. We could probably go to files and there'd be a network. No, see, there's other locations, and then this is where you get to networks. That's right. So Windows Network, it's not going to find anything on Windows Network. So I guess this is just searching for SMB. Yeah, so I've got a lot of other stuff available on my network. It's not auto-discovering it. So this is like not really intuitive. This is probably an area that I know that they're just using the stock like file sharing thing, whatever that Ubuntu uses. But I mean, like, you already customized the shell. You've got a banging store. Like, come on, go the whole mile. Don't bitch out halfway. Let's see if this just comes up without me needing to install anything. Because if it does, that'd be cool. I wouldn't have to install NFS tools or anything. But if I... Oh, right. It helps if I, like, you know, fucking know how to, like, use Linux. Mount point does not exist. Okay. So I have to actually do the full... Okay, that's very unintuitive. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm gonna hit connect. Mount point does not exist. I can assure you it does. No, it's just straight up not doing it. Okay, well, is there a problem? Let me remove that. Yeah, it's just straight up not... That's very weird. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if there's another way around that. Let's see. Disks. Let's see if I can do it via the utility here. Because I know this is like kind of a front end for FSTab, but like it's also like super not. Yeah, this is not going to attach. No, it's disk image. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to. So I already have to dive into the CLI. Which, I mean, it's still Linux. Like, you're going to have to do that. But that's kind of really disappointing. This OS, that's, you know, marketing. At least that's the way that it's talked about anecdotally on the internet is, oh, it's super easy. It's just you plug and play and you don't have to think about things. Well, it's like, it's been like 5 minutes and I already have to mount things via CLI. So let's just go ahead and try to mount it and see what happens. Oh. Yeah, it would help if I gave it a location to mount to. How does Ubuntu do its file mounting? It's MNT. Okay, so we're going to mount this. Fucking Christ. Okay, so they really haven't made the actual Linux experience nicer. They've just kind of put a layer of paint on top of it, haven't they? I got really excited whenever I was playing with the store because it's like, okay, man, if they did the store this nice, then everything else will be really nice. But no, nothing else is nice. Nothing else is improved. Special device. I can very much assure you, it definitely does exist. I think I'm stupid though. I think what you do is this. Might need S-Pen mount. What? So I think we might be finding out that, yeah, NFS is installed. Okay, that's what I thought I was gonna have to do. Again, this is all stuff that, like, if you're really and truly wanting to make like the good customer friendly, operation not permitted. What the fuck? What do you mean operation not permitted? What do you mean operation not permitted? Is it? Do I need to do this? Okay, that's new. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wow, yeah, this is actually kind of really frustrating. So they really haven't done anything super fascinating. 192.168.1.5:/var NFS media files. Just kidding. Mount NFS files. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I was going to show emulators and everything, but I can't mount my fucking drive. So, whatever. I guess we'll just move on. Yeah, already I've got a pretty big complaint about Pop! OS, and it's just the fact that... like, is HTOP installed? No, HTOP isn't installed. What are some other, like, really basic stuff that, like, I install that could be pre-installed that would make this easier? MySQL is not installed. Okay. Do we have Python at least? What? Python's not installed by default? Are you kidding me? Okay. Looks like Python 3 is installed. Okay. So, at least there's that. I was about to, like, panic and be like, what the fuck? There's just, like, nothing here. Okay, so yeah, this really just seems like a standard Ubuntu install with nothing extra added to it. What kernel are we running at least? Thank you, James. What's this build? February 19th? That's very bleeding edge. That seems slightly irresponsible, IMO. Because 22.04 is supposed to be the long-term, the LTS release. And they're shipping with 6.2? Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say no. It's just, that just seems weird. Okay. Okay, well, I can't play RetroArch, but I guess we'll just open up some stuff and just see what else we can do. Yeah, I'm just kind of very disappointed so far that they really just didn't do much with the OS. Like, there's kind of no reason to use this OS, to be honest with you. The store is nice, but like, it doesn't do enough to actually teach you about Linux. And like, what is here, like, isn't really enough to where like you get any real benefit for using it over something like Ubuntu. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Oh, well, that's annoying. These are all flat packs. All right, I have gripes about that. I wish they would. Do they actually say in the store that these are flat packs? No. There's no. Is it like in the info at least? No, there's just nothing. No settings for this? Nothing. So I have a problem with that too. So if you're going to, like, I don't really like flat packs or snaps. They both, like, I understand why they both exist, but I just hate them both. But that's philosophical. That's not like technical. And technically they're fine, whatever. I don't like that they are not telling you that these are flat packs. Store also doesn't perform very well. Like, it's okay. I mean, I guess that could be the VM, but I doubt that, to be honest. Yeah, that's the search function of the store just being garbage. It's also dropping my inputs. Wow, okay. Well, this is kind of hot garbage, so whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not super into this. It's okay. The store is, you know, very easy to get into. If you were setting this up for like a friend who's like, I don't want to pay for Windows anymore, I don't want to buy another computer, can you help my computer run faster? Sure, slap this on there, I guess. Like, the store is nice, but that's really the only thing it's got going for it. None of the other things that I would really want to see improved or improved. Well, I guess let me open the other apps that are included before I start shitting on stuff. So, I really don't want to sign into any account. I just want to like see it. So I don't even know what the built-in is. There a built-in mail client? Let's see. There does not appear to be a built-in mail client on Ubuntu. Okay, whatever. Yeah, these all just look like Ubuntu apps. That's the thing. So it's like, I don't believe that any of these are actually... Yeah, this is just the... Okay, well... Swing and a miss, honestly. Like, this had the potential to be really cool. Like, if they really sat down and, like, made some very serious UI changes and, like, interface changes and, like, really went hard on the, hey, like, we're going for simple, we're going for first Linux experience, let's teach you how to use Linux, let's, like, do all that stuff. No, instead, you just kind of get a skinned Ubuntu. And, like, that's it. And, like, a newer kernel. But, like, I don't know. I feel like shipping 6.2 is kind of irresponsible on an LTS. This is where I find out that, like, every other distro is actually... Ubuntu 23.04 will ship with Linux kernel 6.2. Okay, I mean, that's fair. But, like, that's, like, a whole year in advance. Like, that's... Alright, well, This was a fun poke around. Like, I learned some stuff. The store was really cool. I just don't get what the like. That sounds mean to say. Like, I just don't get who the user base for this is. It's for people who want a very simple way to start learning Linux but for some reason don't want to do Ubuntu and want to play games. But like you can, like if you have a Radeon card, you can just boot Ubuntu and it just works. It comes with all the drivers. Pop! OS is interesting, I guess, if you want just to, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, I guess just install the version that has the NVIDIA graphics drivers already installed, and it's one less thing you have to worry about. I don't really think that's a powerful enough argument to go for using Pop! OS over another. Like, I mean, at that point, use Manjaro, because you'll get access to the AUR, which will have way more flexibility than anything here. Also has its own app store that's Flatpaks, but whatever. And has a much better user experience, I think. Yeah, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. Well, thank y'all for hanging out with me while I went on the wild ride that was Pop! OS. Again, this wasn't really supposed to be a super in-depth look. This was just, hey, I'm just booting it up and I'm gonna be a normal person who wants to play. I'm just, I cannot believe that, like, really basic stuff is just not changed. Like, this is just very bare bones. So yeah, if you want my official advice, I would say don't bother. It's really just not worth it. Unless you are just extremely computer illiterate, but you really fucking hate Microsoft to the point that you want to install Linux, but you still want a game, and you have an NVIDIA graphics card. And like, that's all you want to do. You don't want to do anything else. You don't want to learn Linux. You don't want to do anything productivity. You don't want to do video. You don't want to do anything else. You literally just want to install a different operating system with your NVIDIA graphics card, install Steam, and start playing games, and that's it. Sure, go for it. It's fine. Whatever. This'll be easy. But it's not going to do you any favors on the Linux front, and honestly, you should just install Ubuntu instead. Anyway, have a good night, y'all. I hope everybody learned something and everybody was entertained.